now, speaking of that, we actually got Minx in here. Hey, Minx, what's going on? It's the one and only
Hiya, how are
K-Boy
you?
Taylor. I'm doing good with your fine self. How you doing?
Good,
All
good.
right.
I'm just back from boxing, so still haven't showered, so I'm kind of sweating and smelly right now.
Minx,
It's the
So,
best way to be.
Minx, what's the crack
It's
with the
that's
embassy?
motivation.
What's the story? What's the latest?
So it's been slightly a pain in the butt. That's why I came out here. The reason why I didn't want to leave back to Ireland until I had my fight, but then they said I'd have to reapply because I got accepted back in December, and then they were like, if you don't go there by like March, we'll have to reapply for it and all, and you won't be able to send it. So they're just saying we're just waiting for the passport to be sent back and stamped, and then I'm heading off. I know it's a bit of a iffy subject right now, but I was hoping to be like there by the 14th to see Creator Clash, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that now because we all have to be there earlier than actual the 21st before the fight for the promos and stuff.
so, Minx, I have a question. You be from Ireland. You have the fighting Irish in you. How long have you been training boxing for? And you feel about your upcoming match and opponent will potentially with Miss Fangs?
So about that, like after I was originally supposed to fight in Creator Clash, but because I broke my ankle and ruptured a ligament back in, I believe it was November, and the Tampa committee wouldn't let me do that. So, I was a bit down in the dumps and I was like, who else is going to let me into boxing? Who else is going to let the crazy Irish bitch fucking fight? So I actually stopped training for a bit and just did the normal, treadmill, lifting. So I actually kind of gave up boxing for a bit. So I definitely have less time than Fangs because I know she was training for her missed fights one prior, but the visa stuff happened. But that's the thing. After coming back to Ireland, it was a bit of a rough change because I was training with my coach, and every coach has a different fighting style, no matter what. And they're all hard headed. Where even if I'm like, well, this is the way I was learning, they're like, no, fuck that. That's not. So when I came back to Ireland, it was a bit rough, kind of changing up coach again because he had a completely different style. But he is rough. He's like the president of a boxing club. I don't want to actually say his name in case like it's docs and stuff, but he's been real rough on me. Like he'll have me go twice a day to catch up. So all the training's been good here, and at least it's got me off the drink because we knew that was a bit of an issue a while ago.
Or maybe but it's not an issue right now. It's not going to be an issue come April 21st.
No, it's not. It's not. It's been nice getting off. I can see. Although that's the thing, right? I feel like I was losing more weight when I had a few drinks in me. Now I'm eating. I know you were asking Fangs what she was eating, and I'm like, even with all my egg whites, I live off egg whites and tomato sauce. I know my nutritionist is like, you need more carbs or else you're going to get tired. But I'm like, I like my protein. I'm a meat eater. Um.
So,
So
so do you and Fangs have any animosity going against each other coming into this match? Because we see a lot of Fangs opponents that they tend to back out because we gotta admit, Fang is hot. She has punching power. She can actually fight. We see what she can do on the pads when it comes to hitting pads. What prompted you to want to say, "Hey, I want to fight Fangs"? And is there any prior animosity towards each other prior coming up to this fight, leading up?
I think it was because my first fight I had absolutely no experience. Originally, when I was doing the first fight for Career Clash, when I got the invite saying, "Hey, do you want to box someone?" In my head, I thought it was going to be like WWE style. It was like a skit video, and I was like, "Yeah, fantastic, let's do that." And then I see it's like, "Oh fuck, I'm actually going to be getting hitting the head. Oh Jesus, it's a stadium." And then just after that whole fight, I fell in love with the boxing, even though we won't talk about how I forgot to keep my hands up and did a little slut drop during it. Definitely on the shitty YouTuber influencer side of boxing. But I think it was just like Fangs seeing how she just Fangs is fucking big balls. She's tweeting at everyone. She's like, I want to kill you. I want to fight you. I want to fight you. You're next. You're next. And then, I was after my last opponent, Haley. I was like, oh, I was worried about her, but I'm like, she's a dancer. It'll be grand. And I'm not gonna lie, if I didn't get lucky that the coach stopped it with that TKO, she probably would have had me. You saw that I was gassed. So I think it was just like more of a challenge this time. Like I've seen her fighting videos, or not the fighting one, the training ones online where she has the heavy punches, she has the cardio. So it's just good to, challenge yourself, especially with the multi-sign deal. So I know like this is definitely going to be way harder for me than the last one, but then it'll definitely give me more experience if I want to continue with the boxing.
How do you see this fight going for you? How does it end?
Either she's going to be knocked out on the floor, or it's going to be a draw.
Because you don't think she has enough punching power to stop you?
I think it's like I won't lie, right? Even now, all the training I'm doing, I'm just a big bitch, and I hate my cardio. I still get gas. Like whenever I go into training, and my coach is like, "It's a cardio conditioning day," I'm like, "Oh, suddenly I'm sick." I like the punching part, but that's obviously only half of what you need in boxing. But no, I'm like, I don't know. Fingers crossed it just all goes well.
Minx, there's been some questions about your health because of the seizures or whatever. Are you worried about not passing the exams and whatnot?
No, so I've actually been to several doctors since I've come back to Ireland. It's been way better too because when I was in America and I was trying to get it tested, first I didn't have the health insurance still, and just doctors over there are different. But I had my same doctor that I've had since I grew up with epilepsy as a kid, and he confirmed, he was like, he looked over the doctor's report from Cedar Sinai, and he gave me the go ahead, but obviously that wasn't good enough even with his written form. So I had my MRI, and that's done, and that's sent off to another doctor now. But right now it's looking all fine, it's good, and it shouldn't be an issue. And I know people online are worried, but I'm like, they're not the one with the doctor's degree that is giving me the go ahead to fight.
Makes sense.
Yo, Jesse, you were making a point earlier about how you want to be the first female influencer to land a real, like, highlight reel knockout. Could you, now that Minx is here, could you kind of reiterate that?
Yeah. So, I mean, as you'll know, I've punch power. I think I had way more when I weighed a lot more, but I've learned how to throw it, which is losing weight just the same. And I have it in both hands. I'm ambidextrous, so it comes both ways. So I just feel feel like the way that I've trained and what I've gone for, I mean, my cardio is amazing, so I'm gonna last the full 4 rounds no matter what, and my chin's amazing, so I'm not getting knocked out because I've been hit really fucking hard and I haven't even bled yet. So I just feel like I want that to be like a factor. I don't want to like be waved out where they're like standing type of thing. I want to like actually get a shot in there whenever, what I imagine from what I've seen, because I can't see anything past what she fought. Windmills are coming at me, and I just want to lay her out. And it's not that I have so much against her because we don't really have bad blood, but it's just, I just want that for like the entertainment factor of it.
Lovely to meet you too.
No, hi.
She just wants to lay her out. We don't have bad blood, guys, though. Remember that. She just wants to lay me out and get the first TKO. No, I get where you're coming from, though.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just that's what you want to go for in the first place anyway, because no one wants to go the full 4 rounds. That doesn't sound fun. Like if you could just do it in the first round, get it done, and then be able to go out New Orleans, that sounds way more fun.
So maybe no bad blood, but I mean, you're both predicting actual blood.
Yeah, I mean, I've made a lot of my training opponents bleed, like mostly out of the nose. So I'm coming for the nose. Prepare yourself.
All right, I definitely have to go get that burnt at the doctor then, just so it doesn't start bleeding. I know where you're aiming for now. Maybe I'll get a free nose job out of it at least.
Yeah, there you go.
Minx, when in the States, like the coaches you're working with are kind of used to this whole influencer boxer type thing. It's it's not very well respected over here at home. Like you don't get as many coaches who are eager to get into this thing. When you came to a trainer in Ireland and were like, hey, I'm like a big social media person, I've got this fight on like this event in North, like how did the coach react to kind of your request to get involved? And how did you come to, I know you don't want to say which coach you're working with, but how did you come to that decision over here? Because I know there's a lot of great trainers out here.
Yeah, so I completely agree with that. Like it's definitely shunned more over here. I think it's even shunned in America too. I understand why people come from that, like you see people train since they're wee little babies to even get in, like not even dream of the stadium that we have the honor of doing. And then you get lucky and you blow up and you get this opportunity that so many boxers dream of. So I understand why they think that, but no, luckily, my dad, he was like head captain, not in boxing, but like with all the GAA or all that. Like he would know a lot of lads in the sports industry over here. And then same with my uncle. And my dad did a boxing match a few year back too, for charity as well, and he won that. So I think it was just also that I had a good recommendation and like have his last name too, that the first coach that we went to was more than willing to take me in, and he's been amazing. It was interesting too because like when I was training in LA they just had me fight girls, and then the first day he had me spar. It was this big 6'1" lad who made me bleed, and even like when my nose was blooding or bleeding down, they were like, no, no break, no break, not until the round's over. And I was like, oh Jesus, these Irish coaches are definitely different. I'm like, you guys know I'm an influencer boxer, right? I haven't been boxing since I was 10, but that's good. It's good training too.
Yeah,
So I think I just got lucky with the recommendation, and like my coach is just a real like sound lad where he wanted to take me under his wing and stuff.
Fangs, did you hear there's fighting in Minx's blood? Her dad at a boxing match too.
Yeah, that doesn't really scare me. That there's fighting in Barbies as well, but she's still checking out 2 days before. So, her dad was some kind of like UFC or something like that. But I just feel like even if it's in your blood, you still have to practice it and train it and learn it. It's not like it magically comes to you.
So, question for both of you. If the night goes the way you want it to go, where do you go next? Who is you guys both have to have your eyes on somebody. Who is that somebody?
I would be probably, honestly, the two, like I was thinking Barbie. She does kind of terrify me, like not even just with her brother and her dad in the MMA, but just also the fact she's actually the one girl I know that's taller than me, and she looks like she's straight out of a horror movie. And every single TikTok she posts is her working out or training. Um, but otherwise, honestly, whether because Fangs has been like way more kind of blunt and forward than Haley, even a rematch in the future with Fangs, like regardless of who wins or loses. Otherwise, maybe Elle Brooks, but I think she's a bit too short for me.
Height doesn't matter. Just wait.
Okay. Oh Jesus, that means I have to eat more egg whites.
What is your ladies' fights at? Like what weight?
150.
I believe it's 150. Yeah.
So that's a little bit less than you fought at last time, Minx, right?
Yeah, I believe I came in at 153 last time, and I remember struggling with that because I'm just a big bitch who loves her food. And then when you're training every day, I'm like Jesus, I'd love a burger or a Mackey's right
You
now.
chose
And then you have
150.
to
I
eat.
said I would do 155. I had to lose on this. Was your choice.
I also want to be a skinny, pretty lady, okay? And I want another challenge, okay? Okay, I know you said that. Look, worst comes to worst. No, no, I'm almost there. And then you just have to do that little dehydration thing beforehand too. That was awful. I hate that. I hate that in the last time. Everyone else who had to like get up to the weight, they'd be eating McDonald's, eating all that. And meanwhile, all we couldn't even drink water to get the weight. Because you have to dehydrate yourself before the weigh-in. But you know what? It's good and it's worth it. And it's a challenge.
My next opponents I'd want to fight, I want to run it back with Barbie when she can actually come back to America. And then Elle Brooke, I'd go down, we talked about it, I'd go down to 140 possibly to fight her. So that's my...
Fangs, the fight that is for you is with Faith Ordway. This is
She's
the
acting
fight
like
that's
she
so
doesn't want to
difficult.
do it anymore. She's acting like she's not interested in the scene anymore.
Right.
Yeah. After that ass whooping she got.
That made me laugh so
You
hard.
really
I
got to
was
be
there and I
dedicated.
was dying because she was like, we're the same size. She was maybe an inch shorter than me, so like it would have been the perfect fight for me and her too. And then she like went for this girl that's like 7 inches shorter, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I was so glad when Elle knocked her out. Oh my god.
I mean, was there a bit of disappointment though when you're sitting there ringside and going like, "This should be me, not Elle"?
Oh yeah, the moment it got like announced, because it got announced right after my fight didn't happen, so I was like, blah, blah, blah. I went on like a drinking bender for 2 weeks, and so I was definitely
Minx, you know what
disappointed.
that's like, right?
Lads, come on now. We're actually talking talk here.
It must be. It could be. I mean, I can't say anything about her getting wild drinking because at her age, I was doing the same thing. It must be a Scorpio thing, but during the training, at least, I've
Oh,
stuck
you're a
away from
Scorpio
it.
too.
We have the exact same birthday. I tweeted about this.
Jesus fuck! I didn't even know. November 3rd too.
November
Oh
3rd.
God.
It's the battle of the
No,
Scorpions.
that's scary now. I do be a bit scared of Scorpios. I'm not even into that astrology that much, but now I'm a bit worried. Oh Lord.
What makes you worried about fighting a fellow Scorpio?
They're fucking crazy bitches, is what they are.
I mean, but you're a Scorpio too, so can't you see
Yeah,
that?
And
yeah,
the last few weeks,
yeah.
Minx has proven, if anything, she's completely sane and level-headed. So,
Oh, thank you there. Thank you for
Actually,
that big bunch of fucking sarcasm.
actually, I have a question, Minx. Given that you had like the issue with the seizures and stuff like that, what makes you still want to box? Because that's like a very like ballsy thing. Like, so obviously, like you're of a very tough mindset.
Well, it's like I really enjoy boxing. I love boxing. It's like my favorite sport. And regardless, I'm gonna have epilepsy anyway. So would I rather just be like, oh, what if I like knock? And it's usually like it's only if it's a really bad hit at the back of the head, um, that can cause it. And but he was saying absolutely not with that. And then he was like, even if you do have it, if you're approved with the doctors, no, I'm not gonna have a seizure though. Like I said, I have not had a seizure since I was literally like 16. That was 10 years ago until, well, we won't talk about streamer awards. Let's actually start bringing me up here, lads. But no, it's just personally for me, it's worth it. And you saw like in the last career or in the last boxing match I had, took so many shots to the head. We all know that because I fucking forgot to lift my hands up for half of the match. Um, and I was fine with that. All I had was a concussion and nothing bad happened. All I felt was great, alive, and oh, I want to get in the ring again.
Dope, very admirable. Sound tough. Sounds like Jesse has her hands full come April 21st, the co-main event, Misfits 06.
yo, the
Amazing.
truth is, Jesse, I'm supposed to be unbiased in my role as a journalist, but I can't go against our Irish misfit Minx. I was ringside at their last fight on press row, and they tell you in the email, they're like, you can't cheer, you can't like whatever. I was up on my feet, I was screaming, I was going nuts. We're back in Minx here in Ireland, right? This is gonna be huge for us at home.
Oh, I can imagine. I know how much everything that happens like over in Ireland, and even when it comes to like England and Scotland, when y'all love your people. So I understand it. I totally understand, but unfortunate for you, you're gonna be having to sit there on the side with your hands in your face crying. That's how it's gonna go.
Now, Jesse. Oh, this fight
No way,
talk.
Jesse, you're going down.
Were you the lad that actually interviewed me after the fight?
100%. I'm trying to interview you before this one, but I understand that it.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm down. If you just, I'll have to. Oh, I haven't actually been checking my emails. But if you
Yeah, I sent you an
send an
email a while
email
ago.
over, yeah. If you resend that, then, and yeah, no, I'm definitely down for that. But no, I remember I came out and I was like, I didn't even realize I was concussed at the time. I thought it was grand.
Yeah.
And I remember like the high of it and after, and you're so great. It was great to hear, the Irish accent because after being in America for so long. So that's how I recognize your voice straight away.
No, of course you did amazing. And look, Jesse, unfortunately, she's going to do even better this time around.
We'll see. We'll see about that. So, are you coming directly from Ireland, or are you coming back here and like switching coaches and then coming? Like, I'm trying to understand how Are you?
No, that's the thing. It's like I was originally going to fly out from Florida after the other boxing match, but now I'm just like, I think it's better to just stick with the coach here that I'm having, and then just fly straight out there for it.
Yeah, because it doesn't work well when you switch that many times around. I just need you.
Yeah.
I need you to keep it on the straight and narrow and make it to New Orleans because I can't handle another bag out.
I messaging me like every day. I'm like, you're starting to stress me out now. Where's me visa? Where's me visa? I'm like, and then I'm like, I don't want that shit where, God forbid, it's not going to happen because I know I'll be back in time. But I'm like, I don't. If I fly out on an ESTA, that means no money in the bank for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just, if it worst comes to worst, if I do have to fly out on an ESTA, I'll just give like whatever I'm being paid to a charity or like Ask Misfits if that's possible, so that it won't cause any like legal disruption. But no, I'll be there.
You would literally donate your entire purse to a charity just to be able to fight and not have legal issues?
Yeah.
Wow. That's what kind of charity would you donate it to? Just curious.
Let me think. Maybe an epileptic foundation. No,
That's
honestly, I know it sounds. I know there's more out there, but I'd probably give it to a dog shelter. I love my dogs, especially the local one that I help with.
Paul, that's such a bad thing.
Or just split it up, even split it up.
Paul, that's so harsh to do because now when she just gets paid her purse, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, well, you said you donated to a dog charity."
No,
yeah, no, I'm like if, only if I'm flying out on a S. Now, if I have my visa, I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking the bank into my own pocket there.
As you should. Guys, so we're gonna end the space in about the next 5 minutes or so. So I'm gonna get a few people up, and you guys can ask Minx or Jesse a question. Keep it respectful. Keep them good questions.
Yeah.
If you win, would you like to fight?
You cut out at the end. Would I like to fight what?
What's up?
Great question, Wayne.
I couldn't hear what you said.
If you win, would you like to fight Faith?
Oh, I'd love to fight Faith. Like 100%. I know there's 2 more. We have the multi-fight deal or whatever. So there's 2 more in the United States this year, and for some reason they want me to fight there, even though my audience is in the UK. But I'd love to do either Austin, I guess, or Nashville, one of the 2. As long as I'm fully intact after this match and I can make it 2 months later, which I feel like I should be.
And is it 10 ounce or 12?
We have 10-ounce gloves.
God damn.
Oh, y'all are really doing it. Damn. All right,
Yeah, we're
cool.
4 2-minute rounds, 10-ounce gloves. So it's not any of the it's a pro boxing match.
Yeah, it's 100.
Who you got, Paul or Chris?
I got Paul Bamba.
Appreciate you.
Which round?
How many rounds y'all doing?
18.
Shut up.
Nah, I'm just 4. I think they're all 4.
We'll go 3rd round.
Wow, Jesse's gonna take 2 L's in New Orleans. That's tough.
That's crazy.
I always have to go against the MMA guys because they think that they can like come in and like that people aren't training hard and all that kind of stuff, and they're gonna like shock and awe people. But they're not just boxers. Like the MMA person learns a bunch of other different stuff, so they have to rewire their brain.
Word. Hopefully this is a fact come April 20th.
And does the winner for the fight for the title, Astrowet?
We can't fight her. Like, there's no way. She weighs like 115 pounds, so neither me or Minx would ever be able to fight her.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, she's just gonna be down there with all the little girls for forever. There's no way I'm coming down to that. And I weighed that maybe in like 9th grade, and I looked like a skeleton.
Wait, I have a question, Fangs. Would you ever think about fighting Andrea Botez?
I kind of don't know who. I mean, I've seen a little bit about her now. Is that the one that did the chess boxing?
Yeah, she did, and Andrea honestly scares me. Like, personally, when she saw me training, she just wanted to train with me without even knowing she had her match. And then after it, like, she's a little boxer, and that's why I'm excited to see her match too. And I'm like, I think that would be a good matchup. I was talking to her about it, where I'm like, I'd love to see like you and Fangs fight after ours.
Yeah, no, I definitely would. I don't know like anything about her like size or height or anything, but I mean, with the girls that I train against, I pretty much at this point, as much as they beat the shit out of me, the little pro boxer girls, I think that I can take on a lot of things. So yeah, I don't care how good she is or how she does, I'll do it.
All right, geez, that's kind of concerning. You're fighting pro boxers, meanwhile I'm fighting drunk Irish people as my sparring lesson.
No,
But
don't worry,
Hey,
Minx.
can
You're
I
They're
getting the
supposed to
real
be
training
ruthless
in.
with it.
can I say something? Can I say something, Donut?
Yes.
What's up, Anthony?
I'm on Minx's Instagram page, and I'm like, damn, you hot. You got it, girl. Like the purple hair.
Oh, what's up, Anthony?
I'm definitely the pretty boy. Fucking approves. You want to be my pretty girl? Ooh, I might have to come to Ireland
Okay.
personally, girl.
Damn, we're turning into the speed dating now?
Man,
What's up,
hey,
Anthony?
you tell me I'm coming to New Orleans straight up.
Hey, if I win, we'll have a drink. Oh, no, we won't have a drink after everyone. We're not.
Hey, baby.
I didn't say that.
Hey, just have a good fight. I got some extra rounds for you once you're done.
Oh, all right, Anthony. I'll hit you up after that.
Yeah, it's a date then. Giggity. All right.
That's amazing, Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor for the win. All right, we're about to end this. So by show of hands, does anyone have questions? We're gonna do a quick we'll go speed dating round, minus the dating. Let's get these questions
Minx by
up.
KO.
Court, you
I'm out of
first.
here. Peace.
Bye.
Wait, who?
I just left.
Okay. Minx and Jesse, what's your kind of end goal with this influencer boxing? Do you have someone in mind? Do you have something you want to do? Like, is there an end goal for you yet?
Personally, for me, I think it's just the fact that I genuinely love boxing so much. I like, no matter how many wins I get, no matter how many losses, if I keep getting invited, I just want to keep fighting and getting in the ring. You know, like my dad loves watching it. I love doing it. It keeps me like actually energetic. I don't actually have anyone in mind, but whoever wants to fight me, I'll take them on easily, as long as it's not like Kate Taylor. Kate Taylor, please, like first of all, she won't look my way, but no, I know my limits and shit. But I don't know. It's like it's hard when it comes to influencer boxing. Like it is impressive, like with the lads, like KSI. Even I know people on Jake Paul, like, and then like Logan Paul, like how far they've come from since they've started to how much they've grown. Where I'm like, I'd love to just keep doing it, where I actually start to look like a proper boxer and not just a influencer boxer.
I'm pretty much the same.
Nice.
Yeah, like at one point, I'm getting up there in age. I'm 35, so at one point I want like one of those belts for one, and then I want to. I mean, even though I've been training for a year, same thing. I look like an influencer boxer. I'm not going to go out there and they're going to be like, "Oh my god!" But I think they're going to be more. They're going to be shocked. Right now, people will say I'm slow and all this different stuff, but I want to like show people that is not the case. Like I'm not going to be windmilling and all kinds of crazy and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to, for me, I like the same thing. I like being in shape. Boxing was never like something I was like super wanting to do in my life. Whenever I was a kid, I actually wanted to be a wrestler, WWE wrestler. So maybe I can make my way over there at some point. But yeah, no, I just want to keep doing it and keep in shape because it keeps me. I had gained like 25 pounds after my second kid and was like huge compared to what I'm normally like, and now I'm back down to normal and it just feels good.
That's honestly impressive as fuck. But also, I'm gonna also steal your answer and be like, I would love, that's a dream, WWE.
Yeah, that would be the most entertaining.
That shit is so cool. Yeah.
Well, I'm doing tryouts if y'all want to come over for tryouts.
Oh, you know what? I'll come out for more than a tryout.
I'm jumping off the dresser. Woo!
All right. I think unless Minx or Jesse has anything to say, we'll stop it here for the day. Remember, everybody, to tune in April 21st. You get to see the co-main right here, Minx and Fangs. Sounds like it's going to be a very good, interesting fight.
If you're 18 plus, check out my OnlyFans. Bye.
I say we just take it up the stakes a little higher. Loser got the strength. Fuck that.
All right, Minx, Fangs, Anthony, everybody take care. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
All
Take
right.
care,
Thanks,
guys.
William. Good night. Bye, lads.